Yeah, and you talked about the funding gap. And to be clear, I assume what you're talking about is the monies you're trying to get from the federal government that would go straight to infrastructure, right? Not to pay for the ballpark itself, but for the infrastructure. So is Oakland in control of any of that, or is Oakland in a position where you've done all the right things, you've applied for the federal money, and you have some of it, but not all of it? How is that part of it going?
Well, we are in a good position. We have secured significant portion of the funding that is required for the offsite infrastructure, and yet and still ultimate decision as far as writing those checks and bringing the additional dollars, it comes to those who hold those purse strings. And there are some federal dollars that we are looking for, and so optimistic that with infrastructure spending from the federal government and us presenting a united front here from the Bay Area and our local partners, representatives, stakeholder groups, that we will be able to secure the dollars necessary to fill that gap.
That's good to hear. Just like the A's, obviously the city is negotiating here, and council members like yourself, the mayor, everybody involved, they want the best deal for Oakland, for the voting public. I mean, that's clear that that's the objective here. But that being said, right, I think it's one thing to shoot for a walk-off grand slam in extra innings, if I can use a baseball reference, versus, hey, we just hit a 3-run homer, it gave us the lead midway through the game. Does this deal for Oakland, does it have to be a grand slam, or can it just be a home run that everybody's really happy with?
Hey, I think those baseball fans and any sports fan know a win is a win. And if we're getting more than if we're getting out more than we're putting in, that is a benefit to the city of Oakland and its residents. Now, obviously, we want to get as much as we possibly can through that deal, and that's when the negotiation comes in. It's just like any other business deal, business transaction. You got to have a certain amount of ROI to make the deal worth it, and that's what we're working towards, and being able to effectively communicate and demonstrate to the taxpayers, who are ultimately the ones who will be supporting the investments we'll be making in the near term, with the anticipation of benefits coming both near term and long term.